First of all, what are we looking at? Okay, you got like lighting and filters and makeup, and your forehead is all the fuck way back here. All right, setting the scene. And then the so-called guru of any of this, because this is called Ask Ashley. Ask Ashley, right? This is Ashley. Ashley supposedly have the good words for you. All right, let's do it.
I'm like, you can't come into, like, what if I died in the shower? Like, what if you
die in the shower, girl? You being dramatic.
I literally could have drowned in the tub. I was in the tub for like at least 2 hours. And I do that. I have asthma. I have my steam sauna running. So I was just like, why wouldn't you just respond? Long story short, we get to Miami. We're having conversations about the whole incident, and I felt violated. Like, you come to my house, you don't even say anything to me, and you're just in the bed. Like, it's not okay. And he just said, and he actually agreed with me.
Hello, beauty. Welcome in.
It's a pleasure. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
So I just came back from a date.
Hold on 1 second. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
So when I see this lady face, I automatically think claymation. I don't know why we can't see any defined facial features or anything like that. But again, it's you know, lights. I understand lights, but makeup. What type of filters you got going on, lady? We don't even. The title says she's 41, among other things. All right, let's continue. We're going to see why she struggled.
So you just came back from a date.
It's a blazer.
So you gave him a little fight.
It's a nice blazer.
Okay.
It has up in the back. I had some jeans on.
Titties poking out.
So the date went crazy. We met up. Everything was going well. Super vulnerable conversation, I thought, until a woman comes in, pulls up a chair at our table, looks me in the eye, and tells me that he's a pathological liar, an alcoholic, in $500,000 worth of debt. He's about to lose his kids. He's about to lose his job. That she's the wife. I said, are you the wife? And she's like, no, I'm his ex-girlfriend. And we had decided that we were going to work on things. We were not going to see each other in that time frame. And I'm like, sis, I'm so sorry. And she goes, I'm the dumb one though, because I'm here and I'm saving you.
But wait, how does she know he was there? Do they live together, or does she have a, like, how does that even happen?
But the crazy part is, like I said, I thought we were having vulnerable conversation. He's like, I recently had a divorce. I haven't been seeing anyone at all. It's been like maybe 3 years that he hasn't even been intimate with people. I was the first date, he says. I know. And now your girlfriend comes to the table, because I thought that was the wife. I said, wait, you're the wife? And she's like, no, ex-girlfriend. So I was like, ex-girlfriend?
How did it end? Like, did you get up and leave?
So
what
after
happened?
She pretty much shares all of this. I was upset because I didn't even get my entree yet, right? But I digress, and I'm hungry.
He said I was hungry.
But I said, I'm so sorry. And I, was like looking for my purse because I was like shooken up a little bit. And he's like, you're really going to do this? He's telling her, like, are you really going to do this? And I grabbed my coat and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I think it's best that you leave so that I can talk with her. And I literally am like, I'm in the Matrix. My life is a freaking movie. And where are the vulnerable people? Like, I was being so vulnerable with him at the table. I mean, emotional because I'm going through a lot. And he was being vulnerable with me too. So I thought, but it was all lies. And she said, he's a pathological liar. And everything she said debunked everything he was saying to me that in the conversation. conversation.
This is all on a first date.
First date.
Wow.
So I'm sitting with myself right now, and I get home and I hop on TikTok, and I'm like, I see you on, and I'm like, yo, I need to know that there are vulnerable people out in this world. I need to know that there's love out in this world, and I'm 41.
Wow, you look good for 41.
Yeah. And
You look good for filter on 41.
I have fibroids. I'm having a hysterectomy at the end of the month, and I don't have children. And I'm freezing my eggs tomorrow morning, and I'm pushing myself to go out. I'm pushing myself to date because I know that, like, we tell a lot of young women, like, oh, you should wait. Oh, you should, take your time. But time is, it is just ticking for a lot of us. And, wanting to be a mom is just moving further and further away. And I'm like pushing myself to go out and meet people. I'm pushing myself because I want family. I don't want just to be a baby. Now I'm like, no, because the window's closed.
Yes, since you looking for family, your own family, you're 41. That's a wrap. That is a wrap. You're freezing your eggs at this point. Let me ask you something. Oh, why didn't you do that? As far as it relates to wanting a family, why didn't you do it in college? You were around the most men in college that you will ever be in your life. So why you do it in college? Well, I think I know why. You were not taught. You were not trained to even look for a man. You were probably trained to just go get your degree and go get a job or a career. And that's exactly what you got. So at 41, you have done what you have been trained to do. Just imagine. In a Disneyland type of world. Just imagine. If you were actually taught that a family was important. I mean, just imagine something like that. Just imagine you were taught to seek out a man in your prime, which is in your 20s, and cooperate with a man and have children and to make a family. Just imagine if you were taught that type of thing. Just look, foreign concept these days. It's a foreign concept these days. But just imagine. But this other thing, this whole other thing. Why was a woman put here on this earth? Anybody know? I mean, in the back of the class, anybody want to answer the question? You were put here on this earth and you were created to be with a man, be a wife, and have children. That's your sole purpose. That's why you were created. That's why you were birthed. But you were taught to go be this career-minded, independent woman. I don't need no man. Fuck this, fuck that. Yes, queen, and this type of shit. And so then you look up and you 41 years old. Now's the time to have a family. And you go through the process of freezing eggs, which the percentages of any of that is like almost zero.
Closing.
Absolutely.
I need to just move. If I want to be a mom, I need to just move.
Yeah. What city are you in, Beauty? And I told New York. Okay. Have you ever thought about getting a matchmaker in New York? Have you thought about that? And I also want to say, I don't want you to give up hope on dating. I don't want you to give up hope on love.
Yeah.
No, she did too.
I'm happy that you're still putting yourself out there and you're still trying to be encouraged. You look good. You don't even look 41. You look a lot younger. The chat was saying 30, 31, 29. Okay?
It's a wrap.
Yeah. So you got
It's
this.
a wrap.
Please, yes, don't give up on yourself. No, you look good. You look good. Stay encouraged. Maybe it's the how you're doing it. Have you thought about getting a matchmaker?
I'm turned off by them. Why? Because it's a business. I had a girlfriend that did it and it was horrific, and then I saw the reality show that was based out in Atlanta, and it's a business. They want to match you, and it's like thousands of dollars. Like a real good matchmaker is like $10K and it's a business, and so that's why I haven't done that route. I live in New York City. I go out and I know I'm attractive. I'm not saying that I'm ugly. I don't have no self-confidence or anything like that, but I notice that men will just stare at you and eye at you for days and not come over.
And are you going to different places? Let's say different restaurants, different clubs, different areas in New York.
I'm in all the different areas. I go with my girlfriends. We love to eat. Sometimes I go alone because I've been listening to you, and not even to you, just in general. Like sometimes when you're with your girlfriends, people are not going to want to feel comfortable to come over to you. So I go out alone. I go on vacation alone. I do it. I'm living my best life. I know that, and I've been pushing it. But
So this lady's going through this. Going to these places alone. Hopefully trying to a man, she say men stare, they look, but they don't approach. How about if you were in those same spots, vacation by yourself in these places? How about if you did that with your family that you should have had when you were in your 20s? This is why these women are out here scrambling. They're scrambling. They're fucking searching, and they don't understand why. And they say there's no good men out here. They don't get it. But it's because they have listened to women. Let me bring up just some idea that's gonna fucking break the world in half. If you want a man, and I'm talking about a man is someone that's about his business. He about his shit. He got his shit together. If you want a man, just ask the man. Ask the man what he wants. And he will tell you. Now at 41, you're a 41-year-old woman. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I want, but I'll tell you what I want from you. And marriage and commitment is probably not it. So if that's what you're looking for at 41, marriage and commitment, you're probably not gonna get it. You're probably not. Although these right here, there's a reason why I see them. There's a reason why you let them be revealed. I'm a man at the end of the day. It's not productive. It's not going to get you the results you want. It's going to get you the results of having these things hanging out. That's what the results are gonna be. That's just what it is. Don't have them hanging out if you don't want the results that will come with them hanging out. Men are simple. We're very easy. We're easy. Easy. EAZY. We want easy.
I just, yeah.
Can we give her some suggestions, Chad? I'm also seeing the way you dress. I'm also seeing that. So is your style always different? Yes, we're not saying you don't look good. We're not saying you don't look good. We do think the body's given you are beautiful.
No, she looks
but
good.
If you want to attract something different, maybe a little sexy, classy, I would think. This still feels trendy. This still feels like maybe a younger guy. And you do look young, right? So maybe trying up a different style of dress. Can we do that? Not saying you haven't, but would you be open to that?
I have a closet full of things. I have damn near the Michelle Obama, like the dress, the blouse. I have it all. But I do sometimes, because I'm very small. Like I'm 110 pounds, 5'.
She says she have damn near Michelle Obama. No man besides Barack Obama wants a woman like Michelle Obama. Fuck no. We don't want that. And her nickname is Big Mike. Michelle Obama's nickname is Big Mike. Why would her nickname be after a man? You tell me. With her masculine ass.
So I have to lead like I'm a woman because they don't think that I'm 20, 18.
You are going to restaurants. Are we going to events?
I go to
more control things.
I go to plays. I'll say honestly, in my 40s, it's really eating.
And your stomach is out.
It's not the club, but I'm also Jamaican and Trinidadian. My mom is Jamaican, my dad's from Trinidad. So I'm totally into like the carnivals and stuff like that, and all those things.
They're also saying, what about a gala? Lounges.
I do lounges. Galas, not so much. I have done like art galleries. I'm always at the Whitney, the MoMA. I love those things.
Okay. Like, do you do the first of the month at the Brooklyn Museum? Have you done that?
That's like a party vibe, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, just a social. I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. And I know they have entrepreneurs and different guys in there as well.
I'm open. I'm outside.
Conferences, tech conferences. That's what I'm saying. Tech conferences, business events.
Okay, I'm open. I'm open.
Even if you're not really into tech, just going, hey, I'm here. I want to, check out the same kind of things. Yeah.
All industries have been revolving around tech, and I'm a nurse. So yeah, I can see myself going to a tech conference too.
White wine.
She a nurse.
I don't drink alcohol.
She a nurse.
Are the best. I'm married to one. He is super sweet.
Okay.
Food festivals, since you like to eat.
I'm at them. I'm also semi-vegan, so I'm at Vegandale. Yeah, he's a doctor. The guy that I was on a date was a cardiologist, by the way. He's a medical director of all the a few practices here in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. And how did you guys meet? Did y'all meet at a restaurant in outing?
We met on the Hudson, Hastings on the Hudson. I used to work for a pharma company. We host a lot of events there, so I knew it was going to be a nice venue for the first date. Yeah, he was a doctor.
Okay. All right, so let me ask you this too, because I don't usually do the dating show, but because you came up and this may go up online, let me just, you never know who watches, right? I have so many different guys from all walks of life who follow. So let me ask, where are you from? How old are you? And describe your dream guy.
You just did that shit from the beginning.
I am from New York City. I'm from the Bronx. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 15 years. My guy is aware of his traumas, actively working on it, emotionally intelligent, secure.
Emotionally intelligent.
If he does have children, no baby mama drama. A good relationship with his kids and the parent. Loving, fun, spontaneous, caring.
Okay. And do you have any children?
That's what I was telling you.
Okay. And what's the age range for the guy that you want to
At
date?
this point, I am open to anyone. I'm 41, so I really don't want to go too low. But I will say 38, but a very mature 38. I dated a guy that was about 53, so I'll say maybe 55.
And what happened with that last relationship? Why didn't that work out?
He was not emotionally intelligent. We had a huge breakup on a vacation. Yes. I'll just tell you a part of the downfall.
Okay.
We were traveling to visit my family for Thanksgiving. It was like that for me to meet my family for Thanksgiving.
Her last guy was not emotionally intelligent. I just want to know what that means. Maybe she'll explain it. I don't know what that means. If it means you want a man to be emotional, no, you don't want that. You do not want a man to be emotional. Emotionally intelligent. That's what a lot of women are saying today. Can you define it, please? And can somebody ask her what that means? Emotionally intelligent. What does that mean? Nobody knows what that means. Only you know what it means.
Okay. And we were at the Airbnb. We get into like a little bit of a fight. That was kind of when starting before we even went on the trip. And he was like, he's done. He wanted to leave. He packed his stuff. I had rented the car. I paid for it. He did the Airbnb, but I actually gave him half of the money for the Airbnb. Could have been a restaurant in itself, but we didn't really define what we were 100% initially when we were booking the trip because we were friends somewhat.
But he was going to meet your.
So So I'll back up. We dated, met him on the app. We dated. We broke up, or I just stopped messing with him, and then I just made him a friend zoned him. And then we ended up hanging out one summer because we were actually friends. Like, we go to restaurants together. He was vegan, I was vegan. We go to restaurants together. He's like, "Oh, you want to go to this party with me? Sure, no problem." Go to this party, and he laid out.
Get to it.
Completely different. Wine and dined me. I was like, "Oh, we're friends." Like, I didn't think this, and then I started looking at him in a different light. And we started dating, and I'm like, "Oh wow." And the D was good. I was like shocked because I've never dated someone in their 50s either. And he was very well put together, entrepreneur. No children, wanted children.
She said the D was good.
And we just vibed together. And we had like a fallout prior to us going to Florida. Still went to Florida. And then he had the whole issue. And he's like, "You know what, I'm leaving." And I'm like, "Okay, get up."
But what was the issue? What was the cause of the argument? Like, what was his, I guess, issue or challenge with you?
So it started before I left. I had left to go to Miami a little bit prior to him because I was going on a cruise with my girlfriends, and he was going to meet me in Miami after. I had given him keys to my apartment so that he could take some of my luggage because, of course, I was going on Uber. So
all right,
like,
look.
You're in
hold
your
on.
outfits, you're in your.
I know I'm doing this video, but goddamn, it's women, get to the fucking point. There's only so much we can listen to. We want to hear you. We really do. But you go to backstory, and then you go to the backstory, to the backstory, and then the backstory to the other backstory. I would love to listen to the point that you're trying to get to, but can you get to the point? If you're on Facebook, like this video, share this video, comment on this video, go over to YouTube, Mr. Info 5000,